Hey y'all, it's Rob again. Hey, I've had one project in mind that I've been kind of, mulling over for about a year now. When we go out on the boat, we take all kinds of stuff. We got a bag full of towels, we got a bag full of snacks, my wife's purse. I got stuff that just normally sits in the boat. Got some toolbox, little stuff like that. And we put it here in the storage area, in the head area. We don't use it for the head. We don't have a head. That's what the ocean is for. But what has happened, multiple times, we have a bag full of snacks and stuff. And, between the moving around on the water, people throwing shit in there, chips get broken, stuff gets lost in there, just digging stuff out. And there's a lot of space in here. I've always wanted to have some sort of shelf. And, I've never really taken a whole lot of time to think about it, until I retired. So now I got all kinds of time in my hands. So what I did was I built a shelf. And I'm going to show you how I did it. Again, I may be the only one that doesn't use the head area for a head, but we take a lot of stuff out with us. So here's what I did. This is inside the little head area, and you can see what I did is I used 1-inch aluminum so it doesn't rust, angle iron, and I measured it out, for the depth that I wanted. It goes all the way across. It was a pain in the ass too, trying to get the angles right, making sure everything was level, because none of those measurements are good. They're not exact, but I measured from the door here out 22 inches. So that was kind of my central point, because if you can see back here, this kind of dips in, whereas the other side doesn't. So the only constant that I had was the actual door. So I went 22 inches from the edge of the door. And then I forget what the measurement was across. But now the board that I used, now I know in another video I used a piece of a cutting board. But obviously if you're trying to find one this long, it's not going to be, if you got a cutting board that big, then you need to be in a restaurant. But so what I found, and at Home Depot of all places, was this stuff here. It's called King Starboard. And you can even see it says the original marine grade polymer sheet. It's like 1/4 inch thick. I mean, essentially that's a big ass cutting board. Kind of pricey. This whole thing was, I think it was like 41 bucks. But it's like 3 feet by 4 feet, and that was freaking perfect. So what I did was I just, like I said, I used the angle iron, and I cut the piece there. I used all stainless steel screws, and let's see if I can get my fat ass in here. I anchored it. If you've ever really kind of been under here by the lights and stuff, this is just wood, and there's a gap behind the other side. So you can't, if you don't use too long of a screw, I use 1-inch screws. It does not go all the way through. And then I did the same with this on that side. So I screwed them all into the boards behind there, and then I used stainless screws to bolt the angle iron together and cut it all out. And there we go. And I just put a bungee cord in there. So when we got we'll probably put all our snack bags and stuff up here. Stuff that's got breakable stuff, like his purse, like GoPro type accessories, and that's what will keep everything kind of organized, And then down here we got the, just my junk stuff, spotlight, stuff for that, safety stuff. So now we just got a little bit more room, a little bit more organized. And that's it, man. These little things that I like to do to make life easier. This is how I have a good time. So again, just one more thing that I've done that I'd like to share with people. Hopefully somebody out there can do something similar. know you got any questions again on the material that I used or measurements, you know, whatever the case is. Anybody got any questions? Feel free to hit me up. So yeah, I hope this one helps out a few people, because you know it doesn't actually take up a lot of room in here, but it provides a lot of space. So all right, see y'all later.